Hi, my name's Sarah, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't put anything on here in ages, but I was filming for some self-tapes today and I had my equipment set up and I thought, do you know what, why not I just film a YouTube video? I thought I'd come on here and talk about something that I've been thinking about sharing on my channel for a while, but I kind of struggle to know what to put on or like talk about in my YouTube videos. But I've been kind of writing down things that interest me or that I think might be interesting to talk about, or like recommendations I have. So I thought, you know what, I really like listening to podcasts, especially true crime podcasts, so why don't I just come on and talk about them. So these are my six recommendations. That's such an odd number, I should have done top 5. So if you're into true crime like me, then you will definitely enjoy these. So the first one I want to recommend is called Cold. It's covering the Susan Powell case at the moment. It's really interesting. I don't want to like talk too much about what's actually in the podcast because like I don't want to spoil it. But there's loads of episodes. I think there's like 17 episodes, so plenty to get your teeth into. They're all quite long. I think they're all just under an hour, and they really dive deep into the Susan Powell case. Susan Powell was a lady who went missing, and we still haven't found her body, but she's been missing years and years now, and there's kind of allegations that her husband may have killed her or certain other people in that family. So but I'll leave it for you guys to listen to. So the second podcast I want to talk about is called the Nightime podcast. So this one doesn't solely focus on true crime. It covers lots of like kind of weird, interesting, but the series he just did recently was about Lindsay Savanaroh. Hope I'm saying her name right. Basically, she was involved in a planned terror attack in a mall in Halifax. It actually got prevented, it didn't go ahead. Man who runs Nightime, Jordan Bonaparte I think his name is, he goes and interviews her in prison, and it is insane. Like the way this woman's mind works and people like her, the way their mind works is just, you just can't understand it, but it's so fascinating to listen to. Definitely check that one out. The third one is called Over My Dead Body. See how cheery my life is that this is the type of stuff that I like listening to. It's basically discussing this case of this man who is shot to death in his garage in his house, and it kind of follows the investigation of who did this. I mean, he was a very like upstanding man, he was a lawyer. It was a really quite a strange one that he was just gunned down in his own garage. So yeah, it kind of investigates that case, which is really fascinating. Number 4 on my podcast list is by Uncover. So they did a series called Escaping NXVIM, which is so fascinating. NXVIM is basically this cult in the US, and this woman gets taken in sort of by this cult. She's really interested in it. Obviously it doesn't seem to be a cult at the start, or else most people probably wouldn't go ahead with it. It's kind of meant to be like a life improvement, like life coaching kind of things, but it kind of transpires to be a cult, and a really serious one at that. Like in the first episode or 2, she talks about how she was branded. A symbol was burned onto her skin. It's just insane. And by that point she was so far in that she convinced herself that this was okay, you know, this branding ceremony. It's just so interesting. So second last podcast I have to recommend is called Someone Knows Something, and each season is different, so it follows a different case. So there's the case of a young girl who disappears called Kerry Brown. Every season is a different case. It's usually about people that have went missing or sort of strange things that have happened. Narrator interviews different people associated with these cases and sort of researches, and I like that every season's so different and kind of following a different case. And last but not least, slightly different one, it's called The Dream. And The Dream talks about MLM, multi-level marketing companies, or as we probably know them as, pyramid schemes. So that's slightly different in the true crime, as in it's not to do with a murder or anything like that, but it's equally as fascinating. I'm sure we've all come across pyramid scheme type businesses, and people have tried to sell you products on Facebook or recruit you in to sell a diet shake or a beauty product or whatever else. So this kind of takes an investigative look into these companies, how they make their money, how they work, how they don't work, and leaving people in a really bad position a lot of the time. So again, so interesting. So anyway, those are my 6 podcast recommendations if you're into, can't say this word, true crime. Definitely go check them out, And also let me know what you guys would like to see me do more of on my channel. If you like podcasts or book recommendations or anything like that, then just leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye!